Yo, what's up, traders? Your boy King GK here at Newton FX, and today I'm just gonna show you guys the Newton FX Academy offers, guys. You know how it goes. We're always busy with the grind. We always seen it. We're always working hard. You know how it goes, guys. So I'm just gonna show you guys where everything is basically taking place. So first we have our breakdown offers right here. This is where we basically break down and run our YouTube channel, guys. Here you can see we have our SA clock, we have our New York clock. You see, be do have, that is a statement that we have here at Newton Effects. Our monthly goal is $30,000 a month, and that's my beautiful young king Delvante. I love him to death. As you guys can see, we have our affirmations up here, right? So let me guys just show you my trading station, right? Yeah, you guys can see. Let me just show you guys. We currently in this trade setup on USD. I did send out the straight into the free Telegram group. As you guys can see, this is basically where all the magic taking place. This is the station where I basically look out for news and all of that. And this is my check. So guys, just received a check. It's $10,000, right? I wonder why is this blurs out this $10,000 for Newton FX Academy. You know how it goes, guys. We are big dreamers. Let me show you guys my vision boards that I have up here. So you guys can see I have my vision boards up here. So you guys can see we have the Lamborghini Hurricane LP610. We have two Lamborghinis up there. There we have all the vacation spots. As you guys can see, we have a mirror just in our back where we basically come into every morning, guys, just to say our affirmations. So let me just show you guys the view outside. It's a beautiful sunny day, right? You see here, you hear the birds. We're surrounded with nature, right? We're surrounded with nature, and that is how we're getting so inspired and always getting that trade setups right, guys. You can hear the music in the background. If you can hear that music, it's mantra music. We just basically use that music to keep my mind, right, to keep my mind in a good mental state, guys, to keep my spirit right cultivated and keep my energy up, guys. So let me just jump into the charts.
Hello traders, welcome back to Newton FX Academy YouTube channel. And on this episode, we're gonna take a look at our pound pairs. The reason for that is here at Newton FX Academy, we love to trade the pound pair, guys, as you noticed by now. So we're gonna take a look at our pound dollar, pound New Zealand dollar, and pound Aussie dollar, guys. So we're gonna see how all of that markets are basically correlating with each other, guys. So with no further ado, guys, let's start off with GBP USD right now, guys. As you guys noticed by now is that I basically repeat myself over and over the way how I break down the market, right? I always do the same thing over and over. That is basically how trading is all about. It is basically about repeating yourself over and over. It's not about changing your trading style every single week, right? It's about applying your same strategy over and over and see how basically can become better as an individual and retail trader, guys. So I'm just gonna make it full screen so you guys can see what I basically mean. So we're gonna stay here for a while, guys. So take out your notebooks. You can go over your own charts as well and see what I basically mean, because this will help you into the future. So on our weekly time frame, gang, is that we can see that we did create this low point into the market. There we can see price did create this new higher high, but there we can see we did have this extension move here to the upside, this lag, right? Price retraced back and then continued to the upside. What we could notice right here now is that price did basically break under this structure of area of our previous high and low, and there we can see we have a valid structure breaking this area. Here we can see that price basically starting to move more in a descending corrective formation, but there we can see on our weekly time frame we did create a lower high and we did have this lag here to the upside. So what you guys could notice on our weekly time frame, we didn't get the proper retracement yet, so we can most likely expect a retracement on our weekly time frame. But let's just break it down, guys. This is my lower high point here on my weekly time frame, and as you guys can see, right, this is basically the lower low where price is basically trading right now. So if we scale down to our daily time frame, right, we could see that our daily time frame did also create new lower highs and lower lows into the market. We also break out of this previous lower low structure point, and we can see we have this extension to the downside. So this is basically where you guys could see that this is our lower high point here on our daily time frame. We have this extension here to the downside. We can also mark this area right here as my lower low structure point on my daily time frame, and we can most likely see some form of a continuation to the upside. So as you guys notice by now and know the four corrective moves into the market, is that as you guys could see that price is basically starting to move in this descending corrective formation. What does this basically tell me is that price is losing momentum to continue to the downside, so we can expect some form of a retracement. So as you can remember by now, as what I was telling you guys, is that we didn't get any retracement on our weekly time frame. So this is a sign that we can see some form of a retracement on our weekly time frame. So let's get into a 4-hour time frame, guys. So on a 4-hour time frame, we can see that did create this lower high and this lower low, right? Price retrace back, and there we can see we have this leg here to the downside. We did break under this previous lower low structure point into the market. So this is basically the lower high point that I most likely will take a look at, right? This is my lower high on a 4-hour time frame. So if we run a Fibonacci right now, guys, from this lower high point to this lower low point, we can see that our 618 was respected, right? And we can see we have this three inside down formation right there, and price did run back into this form of resistance. So there was a great selling opportunity, but I would not recommend you guys to take that selling position. Reason for that is we have our support right here, and that is basically where price is trading right now. So if we scale down to our 1-hour time frame right now, guys, is that we can see that how price is basically starting to form this range, right? So if I use my MACD just as extra confluence for you guys, if we use our MACD right now, guys, let's look for some form of a divergency. So as you guys could see on our MACD, is that price basically starting to form a divergency, right? So you guys can see this lows right here, right? This lows right here is basically higher, but here we can see price is basically creating lower lows, right? So there we can see that we can most likely see some form of a direction change from this reason right here, but it's not recommended that you would buy on this reason right here where price is trading right now. This is not a trading setup yet, guys. The best trading setup for proper buys is if that price can at least break out of this previous lower high structure point for continuation, right? Because right now, if you're gonna take a sell or buy position, you're basically gonna trade into this selling market, right? This is a selling market right now, so you must wait for price to showing us some form of momentum to continue to the upside, guys. So if we scale down to 30 minutes time frame, you guys can see the same setups, right? Here we have a beautiful trading setup this morning. How you guys could have caught it, you guys could see that price did form this ascending corrective formation to the upside, right? We do have this form of level of support, right? If we scale down to 50 minutes time frame right now, right, 5 minutes, right? I love to see this type of setups. We did break out of this structure. There we guys can see the price did run to the downside, retrace back into this area of interest. There we can see we have an evening star formation as well, and we have this rally to the downside. So guys, this is basically the simple way of trading, and how simple I make my type of trading, guys, is to always simplify it and not complicating it, right? So this was a beautiful trading setup, guys, but I didn't take this trade setup. But the reason why I'm posting videos like this is, guys, is for you to basically get it and understand it, because why, you guys will gonna need this in the future, I can guarantee you that. So let's jump into the weekly time frame right now, guys, here on pound New Zealand dollar, right? So as you guys could see right now that we did create this higher low point, we did create this higher high. There we have our continuation to the upside. We did also break above this previous high structure point. So there you guys could see that price basically starting to move in this ascending corrective formation. Price did break under this area of support, and there we can see price did form this another ascending corrective and create this extension here to the downside, right? So we can see on the overall condition right now on our weekly time frame is that price is basically in a bearish market condition, right? We have this lower high structure point, and we have this lower low, guys. A lot of you guys will say, but look, their price continued to the upside. But look at market structure, guys. I'm gonna drop a video on how you guys could read market structure, because right, if you guys understand market structure, you will always know where you're basically trading into the market. So as you guys could see, that price did create this lows to the downside, price rally here to the upside back into this area, but now you guys can see that this rejection. So let's jump into our daily time frame. So on our daily time frame, what I could see is that price did also create this evening star formation, right? And what I could also see is that this is my daily lower high point. The reason for that is this was my lower high. Price did come to the downside, created another form of a lower low, extended to the downside, and did create a new form of a lower low into the market. There we can see that price did break out of this previous lower high and did create this new higher high. Price retraced back, right? Price retraced back and continued to the upside. Retrace back, right, and continue to the upside. Did we have actually a close above? Yep, we do have a close above. Sorry guys, so this is basically my lower high point, and what you guys could see right now on your daily time frame is that we basically have some form of a structure break. So what we could see is that we can see some downwards momentum. So let me just break it down. Let's jump into our 4-hour time frame right now, guys. Is that on our 4-hour time frame, we could see that the same that we was basically seeing on our daily time frame is that we do have this higher high point in this higher low extension to the upside, price break to the downside, did also break this previous higher low structure point, and that is what we call some form of a structure break. So let's get into our 1-hour time frame. I can see a trading setup right here now, guys, right? I can, if you guys get this video in time, you guys could have taken this trade setup, but I'm not gonna take it. I'm done for the day. So if you guys could see from one of Fibonacci right now to this low structure point here into the market, we could see that how price is basically come back into this lows right here. We do have this lows right there, right? As you guys can see, we almost come into our 78% retracement, but price wasn't able to. Now you guys can see that price basically coming down in this steep retracement, but that is not a trading opportunity for you guys yet. Reason for that is we do have this low point right here into the market, and that's basically what was creating this high here to the upside. So price can easily come now to the downside and then continue to the upside, because right, this is an area of support for us, guys. So if you guys took that sell position right now, you guys probably would have taken profit right now. But the best trading setup would have been if you guys would wait for price to break at least under this previous higher low structure point, right, and wait for price to retrace back and then continue to the downside. That will be a great trading setup. But if you guys just gonna sell it from this reason, just because you guys see price respect this area, you guys gonna lose a lot of money. Reason for that is this is still upwards market momentum. So let's wait for price to break at least under this higher low structure point and create this new form of a lower low. Wait for the lower high structure point and then take your sell position. And guys, if you don't get a trade entry, that's okay. That's okay, right? Don't say I was supposed to sell from that area. Go back to it and see how you guys could have take this trade. But I can tell right now it's very dangerous to sell there. It's very dangerous to sell there. Price can still continue to the upside from that reason, right? So let's scale into our 30 minutes time frame. You see, guys, price can still continue to the upside. Reason for that is price is still in an upwards momentum. So the best is to wait for price to break market structure before you guys could take a proper sell positions, right? Wait for price to break at least under this low point, create this low, retrace back, and then you take a sell from a lower high point, guys. So let's jump into our final market right here in our pound Aussie dollar, right? I hope you guys take notes and go over these videos, guys. It's gonna be very, very beneficial, right? So as you guys could see on my weekly time frame, right, we do have this lows right here, right? The reason for that is, as you guys could see, that price did create this lower high and this, sorry guys, this lower low. There we have this extension here to the downside. What's going on now? We have this extension here to the downside. Price continue to the upside. Did we break above it? Nope, we didn't. Price run back into this lower highs and then back to the lows again, right? And there you guys could see right now our price basically starting to move in a ascending corrective, but price didn't continue to move to the downside. Here we can see we have our first breakout of it, right? We did break out of this previous lower high structure point, and we did create this new higher high structure point here into the market. But what you guys could have noticed right here on our weekly time frame is that price did create this higher low and this higher high, but there you guys could see that we break out of this structure, right, and create this new lower low. Price retrace back into this region, right, create this tree inside down formation, and there we have this extension here to the downside. So now you guys could see on our weekly time frame we basically bearish, right? We have this low point right here, and we have this area right here. So this is basically where price is trading right now on our weekly time frame. Price is trading in between this region right there and this region right here. So let's get into our daily time frame. On my daily time frame, guys, so you guys could see is that price did create this lower high. We have this extension here to the downside. Price retraced back into this area of imbalance, and price come to the downside, wasn't able to continue and to create this new lower low. And there we can see that price did basically continue to the upside and break out of structure. And there we can see we have this extension continue to the upside. But what you guys could see right now is that we have this impulsive move here to the downside, and we did also break under this previous structure higher low point. So what we could say is that we basically have a structure confirm the break. But also, guys, we have this area of support right here on our daily time frame. So I will wait for price at least to give me a more bigger retracement and then continue to the downside, because our price can just easily come into this region again and then reverse again, or price can easily break out of it, retrace. This will be a great setup from that lower high point and then trade it from that lower high structure point right there into the market. So let's get into 4-hour time frame, guys, to see something more. Right on my 4-hour time frame, we can see that we have our lower high structure point right there. Price basically break out of this daily level of support, create this low, retrace back, respect this area. There we can see we have this bearish engulfing, right? So let's run a Fibonacci from this lower high point to this lower low. We can see that price respect and run into this area of 618, and there we can see we have this continuation to the downside. But what you guys could see is that we also have this area of support right here, right? Don't forget it. We have this area of support right here now. Because our price did break out of it, now price is back at it. So let's scale into a 1-hour time frame, guys, so you guys can see the overall condition what I'm talking about. You see price is back at this area of support right now, right? 30 minutes. You see 30 minutes already showing us some form of bearish spinning top, right? So guys, I would not trade this market right now. The best trading opportunity was around this area. So if you miss it, you miss it. This was the best trading opportunity on a smaller time frames. You see that our price did create this form of a higher high. Price retrace back. There we can see price wasn't able to break out of this previous higher high. There we have this breakout of this support, right? So if you scale down to let's see 15 minutes, 5 minutes, on our 5 minutes, guys, right here we can see that we have this a lower high point and this lower low, right? We did break out of this previous higher low point. There you guys could see the price retrace back, right? Price retrace back in a ascending corrective formation, right? There we can see also that we're having a evening star formation. So you guys could use a Fibonacci as well if you guys want to add more confluence to it, right? As you guys can see, our 618 was respected, and there we can see some form of continuation to the downside. That was the only setup that I can see where you guys could take an entry, right? But now there's no entries, there's no setups yet. So guys, be patient with the setups, and I hope you guys keep in consideration this setup that I was just breaking down. I hope you guys take notes. I hope you guys understand it. I hope you guys recap and go over the work, guys, because right, it's gonna be very beneficial for you into the future. We're moving into 2022. Make that your breakthrough here, guys. You're only gonna get a breakthrough once you dedicate yourself into the markets and decide you want to do it full time, guys. But if you're not gonna put in the work, you're not gonna put in the grind, you're never gonna get it, guys. So as you guys would see in my before video, as how I was showing my vision boards, how I was showing my goals for you guys, is basically what's driven me, right? I have my whys, I have my purpose. That is why I know I will get what I want always, and I always get what I want, guys. So stay tuned, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and if you are not in the learn and earn or in a free mentorship group, guys, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's your future, guys. You get into that link right now, guys. Your boy King CK, yet Newton Effects, and I'm out.